Hi guys, it's Mrs. Palmer. We're getting ready to start a new book. We are going to go back to The Magic Tree House by Mary Pope Osborne. We're going to read The Nights at Dawn. And if you remember about this series, it's the two main characters are a little boy named Jack and a little girl named Annie. They're brother and sister. And they found a tree house that has all kinds of books in it. And if they do a certain thing, it takes them to a different time in history. And if you remember in the dinosaur book, Jack found a medallion with an M on it, and there was never really an answer to what that medallion was. Maybe we'll find out in this book. Let's go. Chapter 1, The Dark Woods. Jack couldn't sleep. He put his glasses on. He looked at the clock. It was 5:30 a.m. Too early to get up. Yesterday, so many strange things had happened. He was trying to figure them out. He turned on the light. He picked up his notebook. He looked at the list he'd made before going to bed. Found the treehouse in the woods, found lots of books in it, pointed to Petrodon picture in the book, made a wish, went to the time of dinosaurs, pointed to a picture of Frog Creek Woods, made a wish, came home to Frog Creek. Jack pushed his glasses into place, like Miss Palmer does all the time. Who was going to believe any of this? Not his mom, or his dad, or his third grade teacher, Mrs. Watkins. Only his 7-year-old sister Annie. She'd gone with him to the time of the dinosaurs. Can't you sleep? It was Annie, standing in his doorway. Nope, said Jack. Me neither, said Annie. What are you doing? She walked over to Jack and looked at his notebook. She read his list. Aren't you going to write something about that gold medal? She asked. You mean the gold medallion? Said Jack. He picked his pencil up and wrote, found this in dinosaur time, and showed a picture of the medal. Aren't you going to put the letter M on the medal? Said Annie. Medallion, said Jack, not medal. And he added an M. Can you see it? First of all, here's his list. Here's what he wrote about the medallion, and then he added that M. I say M for mystery. Let's find out. Aren't you going to write about the magic person? Said Annie. We don't know for sure if there's a magic person, said Jack. Well, someone built the treehouse in the woods. Someone put the books in it. Someone lost a gold medal in dinosaur time. Medallion, said Jack for the third time. I'm just writing facts, the stuff we know for sure. Let's go back to the treehouse right now, said Annie, and find out if the magic person is a fact. Are you nuts, said Jack. The sun's not even up yet. Come on, said Annie. Maybe we can catch them sleeping. I don't think we should, said Jack. He was worried. What if the magic person was mean? What if he or she didn't want kids to know about the treehouse? Well, I'm going, said Annie. Jack looked out at his window, and it was dark and gray outside, but it was almost dawn. He sighed. Okay, let's get dressed. I'll meet you at the back door, but be quiet. Yay, whispered Annie. She tiptoed away, as quiet as a mouse. Jack put on jeans and a warm sweatshirt and sneakers. He tossed his notebook and pencil into his backpack. He crept downstairs. Annie was waiting by the back door. She shined a flashlight in Jack's face. Ta-da! It's a magic wand, she said. Shh! Don't wake up Mom and Dad, whispered Jack. And turn that flashlight off. We don't want anyone to see us. Annie turned it off. Then, sorry, my thing was a little bit mixed up. Annie nodded and turned the flashlight off. She clipped it into her belt. They slipped out the door into the cool morning air. Crickets were chirping. The dog next door barked. Quiet, Henry, whispered Annie. Henry stopped barking. Animals always seemed to listen to Annie. Let's run, said Jack. They dashed across the dark, wet lawn and didn't stop till they reached the woods. We need that flashlight now, said Jack. Annie took it off her belt and switched it on. Click. Step by step, she and Jack walked through the trees. Jack held his breath. The dark woods were a little bit scary. Gotcha, said Annie, shining the flashlight in Jack's face. Jack jumped back, and then he frowned. Cut it out, he said. I scared you, said Annie. Jack glared at her. Stop pretending, he whispered. This is serious. Okay. Annie shined her flashlight over the tops of the trees. Now what are you doing, said Jack. Looking for the tree house. The light stopped moving. There it was, the mysterious treehouse at the top of the tallest tree in the woods. Annie shined her light at that treehouse and then down the tall ladder and all the way to the ground. I'm going up, she said. She gripped the flashlight and began to climb. Wait, Jack called. What if someone is in the treehouse? Annie, come back. But she was gone. The light disappeared and Jack was almost alone in the dark. This picture might be a little bit hard to see because it's a little dark. There's Jack, and follow the ladder all the way up. And if you look really close, there's Annie. And this is supposed to show the light from the flashlight. Look at that woods. I think I'd be a little scared too. And that's it for today's chapter. Do you think someone is in the treehouse? Do you think they're going to find a book that takes them somewhere here? Can you guess where this is? Can you guess what time it is? Let's find out tomorrow. Bye.